Hello everyone and welcome to another one of the vlogs. June was filled with energy shifts for everyone, I feel like, not just us. The energy has been so amazing lately. We started out the month just kind of kicking back at home, relaxing and enjoying the beautiful scenery that is all around our house. The life around the bridge and the river really exploded with all the swallows and birds. It's super lovely having a prairie right outside my front door so I can twirl around and dance in the fall. But right now we're just enjoying the river. Here's a peep of the garden at the beginning of the month. Keep this in mind for the end of the vlog. We decided to get some nice hangers for the guitars in the office room and put them up. It's always been my dream to have a space where I could hang up all of my instruments so I can feel more inspired to play. It was also strawberry season and we did take one day to go strawberry picking. And of course I had to make something cottagecore-y, so I decided to make some little tart thingies. They didn't turn out quite how I thought, but they were still delicious nonetheless. Something else I've been working on is fixing my typewriter. I've had this idea for a book project for, I don't know, 2 years, and it all depended on whether or not the typewriter worked. I couldn't find anyone in my area to service it, so I decided to just do it myself. I grew up tinkering with cars and other things with my dad, so this wasn't really anything new for me, just maybe following different schematics. I finally got it typing again. I'm so excited. Next step is to just get a ribbon so I can really start typing on it. We went camping in the middle of the month and visited some more sacred sites in Wisconsin. This place is a natural bridge and it's the only one in Wisconsin. Some researchers found a campfire in the cave below that was dated back to 12,000 years ago, which is pretty cool if you don't ask me. Right. We also went out and visited Man Mound, the only man mound left in the world. This place was so cool. The energy was very high. I just loved it. It's hard to see here because I don't have a drone to show you an overhead view, but he's pretty tall and his legs go into the road and across the street. The green parts are where his legs are. This is the shape of him on this plaque here. Of course, what would Adventures Across be without lots of time spent out in nature? This is one of our favorite local parks. It's just beaming with beauty right now. Come on, let's go. ride. Back home, I've been doing a lot of networking and meeting a lot of people for adventures across, you know, getting the word out about my art business. We've been spending a lot of Wednesdays at Music in the Park in our local area, where the community gets together and listens to a live band. It's a really fun thing that we can do to connect with our community and to just hang out with friends and to meet new friends. So for that book project I was talking about, I am going to be making my own paper from things out in nature. So my plan is to collect nettles and perhaps some other fibrous plants, and I'm going to make a pulp and turn it into paper for this book. Now I'm making a mold and decal to make paper with this wire screen. I'm not really sure how that's going to turn out, but I'm just going to go with it. It's all I had. The middle of the month was quite rainy here, which made all of the plants in the garden explode with life. It actually surprised me to see how different the garden looked in the beginning of the month compared to the end of the month. And I also got to meet a lot of interesting insect creatures. This one plant here had quite the ecosystem going on it. Those ants were farming aphids, and apparently we have a rare species of butterfly here. In the garden, on the deck, I've been working hard to make it into my dream. We've got the potato boxes blooming and going. They're filled with potatoes, and I'm making a tomato trellis wall. Here I'm tying a knot because it helps to keep the strings tight. I really love experimenting with gardens and plants. No matter where I'm living, it seems like every new place that I get to live, I have a different design or idea about how I want to grow food there. This place is really cool because we have this awesome deck and we made these garden boxes to do this, you know. Here we've got our cucumbers trailing off the deck. My plan is to have them be like a waterfall flowing off the deck and down to the ground below, filled with cucumbers for everyone in the land. This whole bed is pretty much lettuce and greens, so we could just come and clip what we need. Here you see I'm pretty happy about this tomato trellis. Oh, it's so magical for me. I can't wait to show you later in the summer. Down on the ground we've got squash and beans going in the sheet mulched beds. They're doing pretty well. The only reason they look a little bit far behind is because we live on a north slope, so everything is 2 to 3 weeks later than what it should be, but that's just how it is if you live on a north slope. Something else that happened in June was
Did you?
Austin bought a motorcycle.
Saw that going,
Bought a vintage Yamaha motorcycle, and we started riding it all around the valley. I feel like a space person wearing this huge helmet on my head. And just like being able to put on a bunch of gear, I don't know, it's just something, right? Here's some clips of our riding that we do around the valleys and hills here. Every time you go down into the valley, the trees get very thick and tall, and then when you come out of the valleys and go on top of the ridges, it's just kind of flat rolling land. So it's really cool to be able to see the contrasts and to wind around the roads, and we get to see so many deer and bunnies and other fun creatures. Well, that is all for the June vlog. Thanks so much for watching. What were you up to in June? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Sending you lots and lots of love from our corner of the world.